Did you know that over 80% of billionaires today weren't born rich? They weren't handed fortunes. They didn't win the lottery. They built their wealth, brick by brick, using principles and strategies most people will never hear about. And here's the shocking truth. These ultra-wealthy individuals aren't smarter than you. They don't work harder than you. They just understand money differently. They play a completely different game, and the rules they follow are the ones nobody ever teaches in school. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on that game and revealing the 7 secrets billionaires never tell you about money. The secrets that could change your financial life forever. Let's start with something real. If you're like most people, you were taught to go to school, get good grades, land a stable job, and save whatever's left. But here's the problem. That formula was designed to keep you comfortable, not wealthy. Billionaires don't follow it. They don't rely on salaries. They don't trade time for money. They don't even think about money the way most people do. And that difference in thinking, that shift in mindset, is where the magic happens. The first thing billionaires know is that money is a tool, not a destination. Most people see money as the end goal. If I just make more, I'll be happy. But for the ultra-rich, money is fuel. It's a tool to build businesses, buy freedom, solve problems, and create opportunities. They understand that money sitting in a savings account is losing value to inflation. Instead, they deploy their money, like soldiers on a battlefield, into investments, ventures, and systems that bring back more money. That's why they're always looking for ways to make their money work harder than they do. Another secret is that billionaires understand the power of leverage. Average people believe they need to do everything themselves. Billionaires know that wealth is built by leveraging other people's time, money, knowledge, and systems. Think about it. Jeff Bezos didn't personally pack your Amazon package. Elon Musk isn't the one writing code for every Tesla. Warren Buffett doesn't manage every company Berkshire Hathaway owns. They build networks, hire talent, and create systems that multiply their impact. This is why billionaires grow wealth exponentially, not linearly. They're not limited by 24 hours in a day. Their systems work 24/7. Now, let's talk about something that might make you uncomfortable. Billionaires love debt. Not the kind of debt that keeps you stuck, but the kind that builds wealth. While most people fear debt and avoid it at all costs, billionaires use it as a tool. They borrow to acquire cash-flowing assets, scale businesses, or invest in opportunities that will outpace the cost of borrowing. For example, if a billionaire borrows at 4% and invests in something that returns 12%, they pocket the 8% difference without using their own money. They understand that the right kind of debt isn't a burden, it's leverage. Here's another billionaire secret. They think in decades, not days. Most people are obsessed with quick results, fast money, overnight success, get-rich-quick schemes. Billionaires are playing the long game. They understand that wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Jeff Bezos famously said that most people can't think beyond 2 years, but he plans for 10 or 20. That's why their businesses grow so massive. They're willing to delay gratification, reinvest profits, and patiently build something bigger than themselves. Compounding, whether it's money, knowledge, or business growth, takes time, and billionaires master the art of waiting. Another truth is that billionaires are obsessed with learning. You'll rarely meet a self-made billionaire who isn't constantly reading, studying markets, analyzing trends, and seeking new ideas. Warren Buffett spends over 5 hours a day reading. Bill Gates takes think weeks just to read and reflect. Why? Because they know that the best investment they can ever make is in their own mind. Knowledge gives them an edge. It allows them to see opportunities before others, understand risk better, and make smarter financial decisions. The more they learn, the more they earn. They also understand the power of ownership. This is one of the biggest secrets the wealthy keep. The rich don't want paychecks. They want equity. They don't want salaries. They want shares. Because while a paycheck stops the moment you stop working, Ownership continues to pay you forever. That's why billionaires build companies, acquire businesses, and invest in assets that appreciate over time. They know that owning 10% of something massive is far better than owning 100% of something small. Ownership creates leverage, and leverage creates wealth. And here's one of the most powerful billionaire secrets of all. They don't chase money, they solve problems. Every fortune in history was built by solving a problem for millions of people. Elon Musk solves transportation and energy problems. Bezos solved logistics and convenience. Zuckerberg solved communication. Buffett solves capital allocation. The money followed because the value they created was enormous. Most people chase money directly. They jump from one job to another, one hustle to another. Billionaires focus on solving bigger problems, and the money becomes a byproduct of the value they deliver. It's worth mentioning something else that's rarely discussed. Billionaires think differently about risk. Most people avoid risk entirely. Billionaires manage it. They diversify investments, hedge against downside, and structure deals so that their potential upside is massive while their downside is limited. They don't gamble. They make calculated bets. They understand that risk is necessary for reward, but they never risk everything on one decision. This calculated approach is why they can grow their wealth consistently without losing everything during downturns. Another thing they do differently is how they view taxes. Most people pay whatever the government tells them. Billionaires study tax codes, hire the best advisors, and structure their wealth to legally minimize taxes. They invest in tax-advantaged assets, set up corporations, and use trusts and foundations to preserve wealth. They understand that every dollar saved in taxes is a dollar that can be reinvested to compound wealth. This is why their fortunes grow faster. They're playing the tax game at a level most people don't even know exists. It's also no secret that billionaires diversify their income streams. The average person has one, a job. The wealthy have many. They own businesses, real estate, stocks, bonds, intellectual property, and more. Each income stream is like a pillar holding up their financial empire. If one collapses, the others keep them standing. This is why recessions and market crashes don't destroy them. They're protected by diversification. If you want to build lasting wealth, you need to build multiple streams of income too. And here's a deeper, more psychological secret. Billionaires think abundantly, not fearfully. Most people operate from scarcity. They believe there's never enough money, never enough opportunity, never enough time. Billionaires know the opposite is true. There's always another opportunity, another investment, another way to grow. They're not afraid to lose money because they know they can make it back. That abundant mindset frees them to take bold risks, think creatively, and pursue opportunities others are too scared to touch. But perhaps the most important billionaire secret is this: they take responsibility for their financial destiny. They don't blame the government, the economy, their boss, or bad luck. They understand that no one is coming to save them. Wealth is their responsibility. And that mindset alone separates them from 99% of people. Because when you believe your financial future is in your hands, you start acting differently. You start learning, investing, building, and creating, just like they do. Now, let's make this real. Imagine two people. One spends their life saving a small percentage of their paycheck, avoiding risk and hoping for retirement. The other studies money, invests in assets, builds multiple income streams, uses leverage, and thinks long-term. 20 years later, one is still working, still trading time for money, still hoping. The other is financially free, living life on their terms. The difference isn't luck. It's not intelligence. It's understanding and applying these principles. You might be thinking, but I'm not a billionaire. That doesn't matter. Every billionaire started somewhere. Jeff Bezos started with an online bookstore. Elon Musk slept on a couch during his first startup. Warren Buffett was buying single shares of stock as a teenager. What matters is that they thought differently about money, and that difference changed everything. So, what can you do right now? Start by shifting your mindset. Stop thinking of money as something to spend and start thinking of it as a tool to multiply. Learn about investing even if you start small. Build skills that increase your income. Look for problems you can solve and create value. Seek ownership instead of paychecks. Diversify your income streams. And most importantly, play the long game. The truth is, these billionaire secrets aren't hidden. They're just ignored by most people. But once you understand them, once you start applying them, everything about your financial life will change. You'll stop chasing money and start building wealth. You'll stop trading time and start building systems. You'll stop dreaming about financial freedom and start living it. Because wealth isn't reserved for a chosen few. It's available to anyone willing to learn the game and play it smart. Billionaires don't have a magic formula. They just follow principles that work. And now you know them too. The only question is, will you use them? If this video inspired you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because your journey to financial freedom starts here. And we're going to guide you every step of the way. The next chapter of your life could be the one where you stop surviving and start thriving. But it begins with one choice: to think and act like the wealthy do. And once you do that, the rest is inevitable.